Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. As a reminder, after the pep talk, please take the online Learning Com evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. So let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's take another shot. Please show your face again. Okay, ready? 1, 2. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021. That was 3 years ago during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021, which shows the following contents in the pep talk core course: patient empowerment program, patient management process, rights in patient empowerment, and staying healthy and contented. Then from October 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder. Sample courses are shown here, and health issue courses sample are shown here. May 18 this year marks the start of the year 4. So we're now on our 4th year of the RO Hoson Pep Talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled Hyperthyroidism and When to Suspect. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an essential understanding on hyperthyroidism, when to suspect as part of their health management. The contents of this pep talk will be the following. What is the thyroid gland? When does one say that the thyroid gland is normal on palpation, sa kapa? What are the 3 scenarios or interpreted findings after one palpates the thyroid gland? What is hyperthyroidism? What is the disease process of hyperthyroidism? What are the complications of hyperthyroidism? When does one suspect hyperthyroidism? And what are the diagnostic tests for hyperthyroidism? What are the causes of hyperthyroidism? And what are the basic treatment modalities of hyperthyroidism? I will have short introduction to the thyroid gland, and then after that, we will center our discussion on the when to suspect hyperthyroidism. The disclaimer that I like to have here will be my talk will contain the my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations, or what I call TPORs, culled from my personal experiences as well as reading other writings from other professionals. Let's start with what is the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland is a gland that produces thyroid hormones. So gland, usually the definition of a gland is that it produces thyroid hormones. So in this case, the thyroid gland produces thyroid hormones, which circulate in the blood, pupunta sa dugo, and whose functions are mainly to regulate the body metabolism and promote growth and development of the body. So ito yung itsura ng thyroid sa gitna ng leeg. And then it secretes two hormones, T3, T4, and T3 into the bloodstream, which are then carried out throughout the body. The thyroid gland is a vital organ, meaning importante to have. Kung wala, hindi tayo mabubuhay dyan. Okay? So it's a vital organ which all persons must have, and where hormones produced by the gland must always be enough circulating in the blood. Kung enough siya, normal siya, yung amount of hormones in the blood. Kung enough, normal, we call that euthyroidism. EU. Kung sobrang dami naman, which is abnormal, in excess, we call that hyperthyroidism. Kung konti naman, kulang, still abnormal, we call that hypothyroidism. So it's easy to remember this. Kung sobra, hyper. Kung kulang, hypo. Kung tamang-tama lang, normal, we call that euthyroidism or normal. So ito yung mga amount of hormones in the blood. The thyroid gland is located on the front, sa harap, not at the back, and on the central, sa gitna ng leeg. Normally, the thyroid gland is not palpable or impalpable, which cannot be palpated. So, hindi siya nakakapa pag normal siya, except for may mga very thin persons with thin soft tissue over the neck kasi masyadong payat at nakakapa yung thyroid gland. But normally, to say that the thyroid gland is normal, hindi siya nakakapa. No? So usually if the thyroid gland is not palpable, it is considered clinically normal, at least in anatomical structure, particularly in terms of size. So this means that pag kinapa natin yung leeg ninyo at hindi nakakapa yung thyroid gland, we can say, short of doing lab tests, doing diagnostic tests, we can say normal. Normal na hindi siya malaki, walang bukol. No? Okay. If the thyroid gland is palpable, kung nakakapa yung thyroid gland, there are three scenarios or interpreted findings or conclusions. Ito yung pwedeng mangyari. Slightly enlarged, medyo malaki ng konti, which may still be a variant of the normal. As I said, kung payat yung pasyente, kumisan, medyo nakakapa, pero ano pa rin yan, normal pa rin siya, or slightly enlarged. No? Or it may be the start of a disease process called goiter. When you say goiter, it's any disorder of the thyroid gland. Okay, it can be malaki, lumalaki, or may mga bukol. Pag lumalaki siya, abnormally enlarged, at may mga bukol, we call that goiter already. So first scenario is pag kinapa mo yung leeg, slightly enlarged, it can mean either two things. One, baka variant ng normal lang, baka masyadong payat ng pasyente, kaya medyo malaki, or kaya kuminsan, pag yung mga pregnant women, mataas yung metabolism nila, saka yung mga bata na yung nasa growing age, lumalaki, no? So lumalaki din yung thyroid gland. Pero it's still considered normal or what we call physiologic enlargement. Or it may mean may nagsisimula yung isang sakit na thyroid sa thyroid, which is called goiter. So the other scenario, when you palpate the thyroid gland and it's palpable, it's definite tayo, sigurado tayo, enlarged siya. No? When you say enlarged, diffusely enlarged. Yung dalawa, yung thyroid kasi meron two lobes, right and left. Kung malaki itong right and then the left lobe, malaki, walang bukol, we call that diffusely enlarged. Okay? So both lobes are enlarged with no nodules, we call that diffuse goiter. Okay? So may problema dun sa thyroid, that's why it's called goiter. It's called diffuse kasi yung two lobes are almost symmetrically enlarged. The third scenario, kung nakakapa yung thyroid, baka may bukol. So the presence of nodules. Pag may yung bukol, pwedeng isa, pwedeng dalawa, pwedeng marami. And then this time we call it nodular goiter. Importante itong classification nito, diffuse and nodular, because it helps us in the diagnosis. No? So ito yung example na ito yung ina-outline dito sa medyo light area. This is the normal thyroid gland, yung size niya. Pag kinapa natin, pag itong nakakapa natin dito, we call that diffuse, no? Diffuse goiter. Malaki, both lobes, no? Okay. Dapat both lobes are enlarged, walang bukol, we call that diffuse goiter. Nodular naman, it can be isang bukol lang, single nodule, nakakapa, or multiple, marami. We call that multiple nodules, or we call that multinodular goiter. My pep talk today will focus on hyperthyroidism. So I won't talk about hypo, I won't talk about thyroid cancer, we will just talk about hyperthyroidism. Producing excessive beyond normal amount of thyroid hormones, as I said, excess will lead to hyperthyroidism, which is an abnormal condition, and it's a medical disease which should be treated. Otherwise, kung di na ginamot, it can cause bad effects on the human body, notably on the heart, and worse, the thyroid storm, which is a deadly complication. Ito yung pinaka-worst na complication ng hyperthyroidism, thyroid storm. Okay? But ang pinaka-major effect nito before the thyroid storm, usually sa puso. No? The thyroid storm is an undiagnosed or poorly controlled overactive hyperthyroid or hyperthyroidism, which can lead to a serious life-threatening condition. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng mamatay isang tao when they have a thyroid storm, which results from hindi na da-diagnose yung hyperthyroidism niya or hindi na controlled properly. So, this is characterized by a sudden flare-up of symptoms of hyperthyroidism, a rapid heartbeat, mabilis yung tibok ng puso, high temperature, kasi just remember yung function ng thyroid gland is yung metabolism, no? So heartbeat, rapid heartbeat meaning hypermetabolism, high temperature, ganun din, high blood pressure resulting in hypertension, yellowing of the skin and eyes, severe agitation, confusion, and loss of consciousness. Ito yung mga simptomas ng thyroid storm. If a thyroid storm does not develop naman, this is not very common, but if it does not develop, mas okay siya. So untreated hyperthyroidism can cause serious health problems. No? So kung di siya nag-thyroid storm, meron pa rin problema. Okay? So number one, irregular heartbeat. As I said kanina, ang main effect ng hyperthyroidism will be the heart. Irregular heartbeat that can lead to blood clots, stroke, heart failure, and other heart-related problems. And these are the most serious complications of hyperthyroidism is on the heart. Then an eye disease, which is called Graves' ophthalmopathy, ito yung medical term namin, Graves' ophthalmopathy, na lumuluwa ang mata, thinning of the bones, osteoporosis, and muscle problems. And then there'll be problems in menstrual cycle like amenorrhea, kumisan sobrang mens naman, saka fertility issue, hindi siya nakakabuntis. Okay? So what are the symptoms of hyperthyroidism? It varies from person to person depending on the degree of hyperthyroidism. So, but some of the symptoms are listed down here. Weight loss despite increased appetite, kain ng kain, pero despite that, pumapayat. Rapid or irregular heartbeat, kamisan may palpitations, nararamdaman as palpitations, nervousness, irritability, trouble sleeping, and fatigue, palaging hyper, shaky hands, nanginginig yung kamay, muscle weakness, sweating or trouble tolerating heat, hindi na kaya yung konting init lang, hindi na kaya. No? Then frequent bowel movement that will result to diarrhea, and then, of course, enlargement of the neck, which is called goiter, and which is usually diffuse goiter. Diffuse goiter ang tawag dito. No? So, ito yung just an illustration of hyperthyroidism symptoms. So, there's an increased level of thyroid hormones in the blood. Yan ang basic problem. So, these are the symptoms. No? Weight loss, increased appetite, increased body temperature, heat intolerance, sensitivity to heat, and then tachycardia, mabilis ang puso, palpitations, arrhythmia, irregular heartbeats, then hypertension, then diarrhea, pwede mangyari, then anxiety, nervousness, irritability, insomnia, and tremors, nanginginig ang kamay, then sweating, then hair growth, fine and soft hair, and then sa nail, meron din mga problema sa nails, but these are not very evident. Ito yung pinaka-common, weight loss, tachycardia. No? Now, to differentiate, just to give you an idea, yung kabaliktaran ng hyper is hypo. Okay? So sa hypo naman, weight gain ang mangyayari instead of weight loss sa hyper. Then appetite naman sa hypo is decreased appetite. Sa hyper is increased. Heat intolerance for hyper. Dito naman, cold intolerance for hypo. Then tachycardia, yung mabilis ang tubok ng puso sa hyper. Sa hypo naman, masyadong mabagal, bradycardia. Dito sa hyper, may diarrhea, pero sa hypo, kabaliktaran, constipated naman. No? So when to suspect hyperthyroidism? So this is the main focus of our talk today. So you suspect hyperthyroidism if you have the symptoms of hyperthyroidism. Any one of these present, na kanina nilista ko na, no? You can suspect hyperthyroidism, but you suspect if there are more than one symptoms. Kung weight loss lang, baka you suspect hyperthyroidism, pero yung suspicion mo is not as heavy, as mabigat kaysa if compared to when you have these two, weight loss and rapid irregular heartbeat. So if you have two or even, let's say, exophthalmos, lahat, let's say 4, all the more you have to suspect hyperthyroidism. So the most reliable symptoms is still this one. Pag may nakita kayong diffuse goiter, diffuse, tapos meron etong any one of these, may weight loss, irregular heartbeat, but usually ang pinaka-reliable dito is still after the enlargement of the goiter, yung heartbeat tinitingnan. No? Okay. So pag may mga pasyente na may protruding eyeball, more or less, sigurado na meron siyang hyperthyroidism. So when to suspect hyperthyroidism? Okay. This is a specific type of hyperthyroidism that is caused by an autoimmune disease. We call it Graves' disease. So typically, there is an associated eye sign or tinatawag na exophthalmos, may bulging eyes, together with a diffuse goiter and other symptoms of hyperthyroidism. But not all patients with hyperthyroidism may bulging eye signs. In the earlier stages, may diffuse goiter lang, plus tachycardia, plus weight loss, wala pang eye signs. But if left untreated, hindi pa ginagamot, na baka in the future, after a while, pagdi-develop na yung protruding eyeballs. No? So this is what we call exophthalmos. And once we have this, we just call it Graves' disease. This is a name of a doctor who was able to identify this particular kind of a disease. So to have a more definite or more certain diagnosis of hyperthyroidism, after suspecting based on signs and symptoms, so based on signs and symptoms, pwede ka na maghinala ng hyperthyroidism. Pero kuminsan, sigurado ka, kuminsan hindi pa rin sigurado. So you have to do laboratory tests. So laboratory tests on the levels of the amount of thyroid hormones. No? Hindi yung walang pinag-uusapan na bukol na cancer. No? So when you have hyperthyroidism, we try to determine the amount of thyroid hormones in the blood. Ito yung, as I said, ito yung dalawang thyroid hormones that we usually the thyroid gland produces. We call that T4 and T3. So T4, the medical term there is thyroxine or F3T4. Usually, I think FT4 ang ini-examine. Maraming klaseng test dyan. No? May T4 lang, may FT4, pero ito yung pinaka-common. FT4 ang test na ginagawa. Kung elevated siya, masyadong marami, we suspect hyperthyroidism. Ganon din si T3, triiodothyronine, FT3, it's usually elevated in hyperthyroidism. Then, it's common that doctors usually order for another test, the thyroid-stimulating hormones. This can also be done to complement the T3, T4. So interpretation, if you have a TSH which is depressed, meaning below normal, you have a hyperthyroidism. Just to explain, there's a feedback mechanism dito sa body natin. Ito yung thyroid gland, no? Nagpo-produce yung T3 and T4 which goes to the bloodstream. Then it's influence the body metabolism. No? Okay. Ngayon, kung masyadong marami o konti, magkakaroon siya ng feedback mechanism to the brain. So, ito yung sa brain, magsisimula dun sa hypothalamus and then pituitary gland. Okay? Sa pituitary, magproduce yan ng TSH. No? Kumisan, yung TRH is thyroid releasing hormones yon, no? Ito, thyroid stimulating hormones. No? So, usually, ito yung mina-measure. Kung masyadong mataas ito, bababa ito. Kaya depressed, normal, usually below normal ang TSH. So that's a sign of hyperthyroidism. Kung mababa naman ang T3, T4 mo, sobrang baba, magkakaroon siya ng feedback doon, sabihin niya sa pituitary gland, pakiproduce nga mas maraming TSH, thyroid stimulating hormones, which will in turn try to produce more thyroid hormones. Yeah, in hypothyroidism, baliktad naman. Ito, tataas. Tataas ang value nito. Dito sa T4 and T3, mababa. No? Okay, yan ang hypothyroidism. So, ito yung, to repeat, ito yung tinatawag na hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid axis, feedback, and autoregulatory mechanism. So just to give an idea, kasi marami tayong nakikitang mga test na ginagawa, and how do we explain that? No? Ito, no? So after suspecting hyperthyroidism, the following lab results can confirm its presence. Ito yung mga possible readings that you will see. Elevated yung T4, kung yun lang ginawa, pwede. Kung may dalawang ginawa, pero yan lang mataas, we still suspect hyperthyroidism. elevated T3, FT3, elevated both FT3 and T4, elevated FT4, FT3, and depressed. Depressed means lower than normal TSH. Then elevated FT4 and depressed TSH, okay, and then depressed TSH. So this is assuming that not all the FT3, FT4, TSH are done simultaneously, because there are some doctors who just order for TSH. There are some doctors who just order for FT4 and TSH. There are some doctors who order lahat, FT3, FT4, and TSH. So this is how we interpret the results. So FT3, FT4, FT3, and TSH as a package is frequently ordered by physicians. Ito yung pinaka-common practice ng mga doctors sa Pilipinas as well as abroad. But usually, it is enough to order FT4 and TSH without FT3 anymore. Okay? So initially, pwedeng ito muna para hindi masyadong magastos, no? Okay. So, in patients, okay. So, kung meron kang later on, kung may duda pa rin sa results, then we can order FT3. The reason why we don't order FT3 initially, kasi yung mga changes dito sa values nito, usually late dumarating, no? Nangyayari sa katawan, no? Okay. So, pwede na yung dalawa, no? So, you can, sometimes, a lot of times, you can ask your doctors, pwede bang FT4, TSH na lang para makatipid po kami? Kasi a lot of doctors, they just, by habit, they order all the three, which would turn out to be more expensive. So, ito yung, to repeat, thyroid gland, pituitary, TSH, no? So, the TSH will turn on the thyroid to produce thyroid hormones. Kung masyadong marami, it will try to turn off yung TSH. No? So sa hyperthyroidism, pag normal yung pasyente, usually normal lang TSH, normal lang T4. Kung hyperthyroidism naman, mataas yung T4 level, no? Ito yung T4. So ito turn off niya yung TSH, bababa yung TSH. Sa hypothyroidism naman, usually, low ang T4 kasi kulang ng thyroid hormones, then it will turn on the thyroid to produce more hormones, no? Kaya maging high, no? Pero there's such a condition as hypothyroidism secondary hypothyroidism. Mababa ito, konti rin ito, no? This is not very common. What are the causes of hyperthyroidism? Graves' disease, it's the most common. No? It's an autoimmune disease na mahirap na gamutin. Di natin except we cannot really treat the cause. We just have to control the disease, the symptoms. Okay. Factitious hyperthyroidism, meaning when you take too much thyroid hormones, sabi natin yung T4 ang iniinom mo, levothyroxine, masyadong marami, sobra, then you can have hyperthyroidism. Then the other one is overactive thyroid hormones. This is not very common also. There's a single nodule that can produce hyperthyroidism. Parang naging autonomous siya. No? Then the last condition that can cause hyperthyroidism is a so-called chronic thyroiditis, which is another form of autoimmune disease. So, apat sila, no? There could be more, but these are the more common ones. What are the treatment options? I will not discuss this in detail, no? I'll just mention that pwedeng gamitin ng gamot, drugs, no? The use of drugs, and this is what we call the anti-thyroid drugs, no? Example of anti-thyroid drugs are the methimazole, PTU, etc. Then surgical treatment, operation. The operation is basically to reduce the size of the thyroid gland. As I said kanina, malaki yung thyroid gland, so babawasan lang so that the amount of thyroid tissues left behind after surgery will be producing adequate amount of thyroid tissue. Yung tamang katamtaman lang o tamang amount lang. Okay? Then the other commonly used treatment is radioactive iodine therapy. This is using radiation. No? This is to burn the thyroid gland. Susunugin naman. No? Sa surgery, thyroid, babawasan. Sa radioactive iodine, susunugin. Dito sa medicine, you just use, iko-contra mo lang yung mga steps, yung mga processes that will involve the production of thyroid hormones. No? Okay, tatlo. Medical, surgical, radioactive iodine. As I said, I will not discuss this today. Or you can ask me questions later on. But for this presentation, I won't go into the details. Summary: when to suspect hyperthyroidism. So ang basis there, meron kang symptoms of hyperthyroidism, particularly, marami kasi symptoms, just focus on sudden weight loss, palpitations, and enlarged thyroid gland. Ito yung pinaka-common. No? So, pag enlarged thyroid gland, we start suspecting, pero kung may palpitation ka, mas mag-suspect ka ng thyroidism, hyperthyroidism. Kung may sudden weight loss, all the more you suspect hyperthyroidism. Now, aside from the symptoms, you have the signs. When I say signs, yung based on physical examination, you have signs of hyperthyroidism, particularly diffuse goiter, and then increased pulse rate. Check my pulse rate mo. So if you want to confirm the suspicion for hyperthyroidism, you do the lab test. Then the results will to say that you really have hyperthyroidism. On the lab test, you have elevated, sobrang taas o mataas, abnormally mataas yung FT4 and depressed TSH. So this is a slide that I would suggest that you try to remember because it sums up the content of my lecture. So summary and takeaway, I've discussed all these topics. So takeaway in relation to the patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical hyperthyroidism and when to suspect. Knowledge is power. It gives power used to forecast of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, kapangyarihan, and to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on hyperthyroidism when to suspect as part of your health management. This ends my pep talk today, hyperthyroidism, when to suspect. I hope I have empowered you to have an essential understanding on hyperthyroidism for today, when to suspect lang as part of your health management. So before we go to the question and answer portion, reminder, please take the Olete. I have placed the link in the chat box and try to get the perfect score to get a certificate like this so that once you accumulated 25 Olete certificates, this will entitle you to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. And another last request would be, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. So let's now have a group picture taking. Before we start the question and answer and interactions, please turn on your video now. Okay. Everybody, show your face. Okay. One, ready? Charlie, Charlita, wala. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we still have 20 minutes for the open forum. So the floor is now open for questions, comments, suggestions, free consultation. Anybody? How many have hyperthyroidism? Wala. Wala sa Alam ko wala, no? Wala. Yeah. Any questions?
The question ko lang, pag hyperthyroidism talagang bihira ba ang hyper mo siya may kaakibat yung problema sa puso? O hypo wala?
Madalas, kung hyperthyroidism, usually mataas yung tibok ng puso. No? Taki, when you say taki, sinabi mo taki, di ba? Taki is tachycardia, mataas. Usually, ang pulse rate mo is, ang normal ng pulse rate, ang usually ginagamit ng mga doctor is 100 and below. No? Normal yon. Or less than 100. No? The moment umabot na ng 100, we call that tachycardia. No? Okay. Pero kasi yung cut off niyan, ano lang naman 'yon eh, parang approximation lang. But if you want to be more strict with your criteria, gamitin mo 90. No? Especially when you're dealing with thyroid. Kung more than 90 per minute yung tibok ng puso mo, pagkatapos yung thyroid mo as malaki, walang bukol malaki lang siya, diffuse, then you suspect hyperthyroidism na. Okay? So, ang degree of certainty dyan, kung meron kang diffuse goiter, tapos meron kang tachycardia, it's probably mga at least 80 to 90% certain ka na. No? Ngayon, kung meron kang sudden weight loss, no? Pwede pang tumaas yung suspecha mo. Sabihin natin 90 na, no? May sudden weight loss ka. No? Ngayon, kung meron kang eye sign, may kasamang eye sign, pang-apat na findings, lumuluwa yung mata mo. No? So, the diagnosis of the hyperthyroidism, short of laboratory test, just by looking at the patient, just by examining, you can as high as 95% na yung degree of certainty mo. Na? Okay. Kung sa hypo, pwedeng malaki rin yung leeg, no? yung goiter, pero usually hindi siya mababa. When you say bradycardia is below 60 naman. No? Okay. Below 60. Yung mga symptoms ng hypothyroidism, medyo non-specific siya compared to hyper. Hyper, sa tingin, sa examination lang ng pasyente, because of the symptoms that I mentioned, which can create a pattern, mas madali mag-diagnose even without laboratory test. No? Pero kung sa hypo, mas mahirap kasi very non-specific siya. No? Okay. So ang basis for suspecting hypothyroidism, malaki ang leeg, pero kumisan doon sa mga old people, usually hindi rin malaki na no? Okay, because because nagsishrink yung thyroid, no? Yung gland, kaya hindi siya malaki. Pero yung typical na malaki yung thyroid gland niya, then bradycardia, and mabagal kumilos. Mabagal, hindi siya palaging sa hyperthyroid, talagang hyper ka, no? Palaging on the go, no? Okay? Okay? Cut? Okay. Any more?
Last na lang po, Doc. Pag total thyroidectomy ka, TSH na lang po ang tinitest.
Pag total thyroidectomy ka,
wala nang T3, T4, Doc.
Sandali, yung total thyroidectomy, anong dahilan bakit ka na total thyroidectomy? Kasi pwedeng cancer, di ba? Okay. Or hindi cancer. No? Okay.
Apo.
So, pero ang ibig sabihin ng total thyroidectomy, natanggal na lahat. No? Yung ka. So, so kulang ka na ng thyroid hormones, di ba? Okay. Kulang ka ng thyroid hormones which you need to replace. no? So by giving levothyroxine, yung thyroid hormones, no? So pag monitor niyan, pwedeng TSH na lang, no? Pero kung minsan yung TSH, from my experience, maraming errors, no? Okay, maraming mali. Kaya kino-complement ko ng FT4. FT4 and TSH, no? Pero kung gusto mo makatipid, pwede din TSH lang, no? Okay. Kung yung doctor, let's say, nagbibigay na siya ng 2 tablets, 200 microgram per day sa iyo, tapos yung TSH mo is mataas pa rin, no? So magdududa na siya, baka may mali yung TSH mo. So pwede niya either paulitin yung TSH mo or dagdagan na lang FT4, no? Just to check kung ano bang yung bakit abnormal pa rin yung TSH mo, no? Okay. Okay? So pwede TSH lang. Magkano yung TSH? Alam mo ba?
Yung huli pong pinagawa niyo sa akin, ano? Parang 300 plus yata, 400. Depende sa diagnostic clinics, Doc.
Oo nga. Pero more or less 300?
Nakalaan mga ganun, 200 plus 300.
Saan yun? Mura yun.
Dito ba sa bandang Tayuman, Doc, accredited ng DOH? Doon nahanap po na accredited.
Okay. Oh, sige. Who has any idea on the cost of TSH or T4? Ganon? Who has an idea? Sino nagpa-test na noon? Violeta, nagpa-test ka, di ba? Can you remember? Unmute ka, Violeta.
Doc, yun sa akin kasi under MaxiCare ako, so libre po siya.
Pero hindi mo alam kung magkano.
Wala pong charge. Kasi ano, ang MaxiCare kasi, Doc, is pwede ka pumunta sa primary care niya. So lahat ng test na available doon, pwede mong i-avail ng libre.
Kaya nga, hindi. Pero siyempre,
Hindi ko po.
babayaran
Hindi-
din ng MaxiCare yun, di ba? Pero
Hindi
may,
po, Doc. Hindi siya kasali sa MBL. As in, libre nilang binibigay, hindi kasali sa HMO. Walang kaltas sa HMO. Parang dagdag benefit niya sa mga MaxiCare member.
okay.
Yun, oo. So,
Ganun
hindi ko
ba?
po alam, Doc. Wala akong idea.
May charging yan sigurado yan. Hindi mo na napansin. Na? Okay.
Hindi, Doc. Kasi yun, pag na-charge po siya sa MBL, makikita ko po sa online account ko. So,
Anong
yun
MBL?
po yun.
Anong MBL?
Member benefit limit. Di ba pag may HMO ka, may member limit ka kung magkano, kung 100,000, 200,000, ganon. So, yung bagong program kasi ng MaxiCare, Doc, is pag member ka, lahat nagtayo kasi sila ng mga primary care clinic throughout the country. So, lahat ng member, if pag mag-avail ka ng test na meron sa kanila doon sa primary care clinic, hindi nila ikakaltas sa member limit mo. So, binibigay nila as in libre talaga. So, wala akong idea kung magkano siya.
I hope you're correct. Okay, okay yun. Kung libre sa MaxiCare.
Opo, kaya marami ako natipid.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions?
Hello po, Doc.
Okay, Ellen, okay.
Doc, may tatanong lang po ako.
Okay.
Bawal po ba magbuhat po ng mabibigat po yung mga may goiter?
Strictly speaking, hindi. Pero kung di mo na kaya because hypothyroid ka, medyo mahina ka, siyempre, huwag ka magbubuhat mabigat. But in the first place, hindi mo rin kakayanin, di ba? Kasi or kung hyperthyroid ka, yung extreme na lang, pero pag ordinary na hyperthyroid, pwede pa rin, medyo malakas ka pa rin. So hindi, as a rule, hindi siya bawal. Na?
Opo.
So, basta kung anong bubuhatin mo, yung kaya mo lang. regardless of regardless of other of your kung anong medical disease mo. Kahit na may
Opo,
breast
Doc.
cancer, kahit na may breast cancer, thyroid cancer, no? Ang tatanong palagi may tanong sa akin, bawal ba magbuhat mabigat yung pasyente? Bawal ba magtrabaho? So hindi, pwedeng mas maganda ka magtatrabaho nga just para malibang-libang ka, no? Okay. Kaysa wala kang ginagawa, mag-iisip-isip ka lang, no? So pwede.
Opo.
Do it only pag yung kaya mo lang katawan mo, no?
Thank you po, Doc. Doc, pwede po isa pa po?
Sure, no. Kasi marami.
Pwede din po ba, Doc, may posibilidad din po ba na isa sa sintomas po ng halimbawa may goiter po yung minsan po yung pagka kumakain po may time po na para ka pong nabibilaukan, parang ang hirap po lumunok?
Pwede, kung especially malaki na yung goiter mo. Yung malaki. Okay.
Opo.
Malaki, parang sinasakal ka na, di ba? Pero kung yung maliit lang, parang let's say butil ng mais, ganun lang, o kaya isang parang sinikwelas, usually, basta hindi siya cancer, hindi usually wala siyang nararamdaman, no? Okay. Kadalasan kasi kahit na yung mga sitwasyon na maliit lang, no? Dapat wala nang nararamdaman, pero kadalasan may sasabihin ng mga pasyente, ay nasasakal ako, no?
Opo.
Pag sinasabi ng ganon, it's more of psychological na kasi alam nila may bukol dyan sa leeg. So nafe-feel nila, ay parang nasasakal ako. Pero kung kakapain mo, strictly speaking, hindi siya nasasakal. No? Psychological na lang yan. Di ba? Pag meron tayong bukol sa leeg, natatakot na tayo. May marami tayong nararamdaman.
Hindi po, Doc. Halimbawa po, wala pong bukol tapos ganun po minsan po yung nararamdaman.
Kung walang bukol, sigurado kung walang bukol, baka ibang dahilan, no? Hindi dahil doon sa goiter, no? Okay. So, yung nahihirinan, pwedeng maraming possible causes noon. Minsan, stress. Number 2, yung coordination ng muscles sa pag-swallow, no? Okay. Number 3 could be other causes. Baka yung mga sa esophagus mo, baka may bukol doon sa ilalim. Hindi sa thyroid, no? Baka sa esophagus mo, no? Okay. So pwede.
Thank you po, Doc.
Pero kung walang bukol sa thyroid, hindi natin ina-attribute doon sa thyroid, no? Okay.
Opo, maraming salamat po, Doc.
We have to look for other causes, no? Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you for your questions, no?
Thank you po.
Any other questions, comments? Based on your experience, how many have T3, T4 test already? The TSH?
Ako, Doc.
Okay. Sino
Ito,
pa?
matagal na eh.
Si Perla, si Kat. Sino pa? Okay. Jeng, meron ka na, di ba? So, si Jeng. Okay. Can you share with us your experience with the test?
Doc, yun sa akin kasi is medicine induced. So, ang mataas lang is TSH. Normal po yung FT3, FT4. Ngayon sabi nung endo, hindi pa daw ako pwedeng uminom ng gamot. Observe pa rin daw po.
Okay. So, pero anong sabi niya nung mataas yung TSH mo?
Etong susunod na blood test ko, pinapaulit po niya. Tapos sabi niya, kung yung mga symptoms na nandun sa listahan mo, Doc, binigay din niya sa akin. Kaso wala naman ako ng mga symptom na yon.
Hindi, hyperthyroid ang nilagay ko. Yung sa'yo,
Hindi, sa hypo.
sa hypo na, okay.
Hypo po.
Oo, okay. So, yeah, kung kadalasan ka sa hypo, kasi as I said, I will be discussing hypo next week, no? Pero yung symptoms ng hypo, it's not as strong as hyper, no? Okay, very not specific yung hypo, no? Okay. So yung sa iyo could be the effect of the medicine. Kaya most
Yung
likely hindi ka muna binigyan ng gamot because yung FT3, FT4 mo normal pa, di ba?
yes po, Doc, normal.
Okay, kung
So, itong susunod daw, susunod, titignan daw ulit.
okay, yeah. So that could be one approach. Observe mo na, no? Or baka pag tinigil na yung gamot mo, pagkatapos ng gamot mo, baka babalik na sa normal yung TSH mo, no? Pwede rin.
Kaso non-stop po yung gamot ko, Doc eh.
Ha?
Non-stop na po yung gamot ko, Doc. Until disease progression po yun.
Na-stop na?
Hindi po, hindi pwedeng i-stop. Continuous po siya.
Okay. Kaya nga. So, ima-monitor na lang yung ano mo kung,
Yes.
kung
Monitoring lang daw po.
okay. Okay, just observe. Jeng, ano yung ang results ng ano mo, Jeng? T3, T4. Hindi ka hyperthyroid, di ba?
Hindi naman po, yung pong MCAT. Okay naman po. Yung pinakang last na pumunta ko sa inyo, yung ultrasound, okay naman po siya.
Sige. So next time, isipin lang yun, wag na tayo mag-order ng T3. Ako from now on, i-convince ko yung mga ano ko. No?
Yes po, Doc. Yun din ang sabi sa akin, TSH saka FT4 lang.
Good. Kasi sa US, ganun na rin eh. No? Pero sa Pilipinas, mga doktor, 3. Kaya gusto ko malaman kung magkano yung cost na package, no? Versus 2 test lang, no? Ganun.
So, pag ang T3, T4 lang, ang pagkakalam ko, maabot ng last ko is 700. Pag T3, T4.
T3, T4, 700.
700 plus yata yun.
So,
Pero
300.
yung TSH ko lang, pagkakalam ko nga 300 plus, mga ganun.
More or less, 300 lang.
Opo. Depende
Okay.
kasi minsan may package din eh, na may kasama.
Oo nga, kaya ako dapat malaman natin yung mga package din eh. No? Kasi kuminsan yung mga laboratory, pag may package, mas mura, di ba? Kaysa kung hihiwalay mo, sabihin nila, hiwalay yun eh, kaya mas mahal. No? No, kahit na 2 lang, no? Anyway, we will try to look up yung cost ng mga ganon, ng mga test, no? Ang hirap lang i-post sa Facebook yung mga cost kasi binabawalan tayo ng Facebook. Hindi pwede dati meron akong posting sa mga prices of mga test, mga gamot. Pero meron akong mga warning ng Facebook, parang commercialism ang sinasabi nila. Pero sabi ko, hindi naman eh. Sabi ko, parang sharing of information lang yon. Anyway, so any more? Sino pang gusto mag-share? So yung hyperthyroidism, okay, ito yung common observation ko. May mga pasyente na sudden weight loss. Biglang payat. Marami diyan, di ba? Marami tayong naririnig. Anong unang iisipin nila?
Nagre-reduce.
The diet.
Hindi, kung walang diet. Sige, kung walang diet.
Sa tissue, Doc, lalo na pag malalaking mata.
Kahit
O kaya,
walang malaking mata, wala ring obvious na
Cancer po, Doc.
may sakit na cancer.
Yon.
Doc, nangangayat lang. Diabetes.
Okay.
Mataas ang blood sugar.
Okay. So anong survey? Anong naririnig natin? Yung mga
May
tao,
cancer.
cancer.
Cancer po. Yes.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yeah.
May sakit po, ganun.
Yan ang experience ko, yung mga unang pumapasok sa kanilang isipan, ay baka may cancer ako. Di ba? Yan ang una. No? Of course, from the doctor's point of view, ang iniisip naman nila, baka hyperthyroid or diabetes. Di ba? Okay. So pag pumayat kayo pero wala kayong ibang nakikitang sakit, walang malaking leeg, walang malaking mata, no? Anong gagawin natin? So, tingnan na lang ninyo, i-check niyo yung pulse rate ninyo. Unang isipin niyo, thyroid muna, no? Check niyo yung pulse rate ninyo, i-check niyo yung yung goiter ninyo kung malaki o hindi, no? Kung normal naman, then pakinggan yung katawan ninyo. Kung may mga bukol-bukol kayo for you to suspect cancer. Kung wala naman, baka non-specific lang, baka stress lang yan, no? Okay. Kadalasan stress lang yan, baka may change of environment, no? Bigla kayong payat. Then after nag-change kayong environment, nag-improve yun, usually bumabalik naman yan no? Yung weight ninyo, no? Okay. Tama ba? Yung unang impulse ng is cancer palagi ngayon di ba? Pag sudden weight loss, baka may cancer na, di ba?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. So anyway, I'm just sharing with you my experience with patients, no? Pag pumupunta sa akin, nangangayayat ako, ganun, baka may cancer na ako. Nung inisip ko, wala naman, no? Okay. So ini-examine ko na yung thyroid niya, pero kung kadalasan, wala rin problema sa thyroid. So, non-specific siya. Basta kahit na pumapayat siya, malakas naman siya, sabihin ko, observe mo na lang. Observe mo na yung sarili mo, no? Okay. Okay. Any more questions? It's may 5 minutes pa tayo. Wala na?
Brother,
Okay, so if there are no more questions, we'll call it today. Ang next week we'll have yung the other one, the hypothyroidism naman. Hypo, no? Ang pag-usapan natin. Then the week after, we'll be talking about thyroid cancer, how to suspect thyroid cancer, no? Okay? So if there are no more questions, we'll call it a day.
thank you, Doc.
So we see each
Thank
other.
you po, Doc.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Thank you
po.
po, Doc. Thank you
Bye-bye.
po.